Space Invaders. We all know it and we all love it. Have you ever thought about the history of Space Invaders? Well, this is a good video if you're wondering that, because I'm going to be going over the full history of Space Invaders' competition and development history. Like most games, our story begins in Japan with a developer named Tomikata Toshihiro. Tamahiro ended up spending a year in development and getting all the components ready for putting it in his arcade cabinets. Once it was finally released in Japan, it ended up becoming popular all across the world, especially in the Western world like the USA, along with Japan. It became so popular that Japan had to start minting more yen coins so people could start playing the games more. In the early 80s, a lot of people don't realize this, but Japan's video game market wasn't always seen as just as big as it is today, kind of something somewhat similar to the Western world. But because of games like Space Invaders, Pac-Man, and Donkey Kong, it soon shaped the way of arcade games and video games being thought of what they are now today in Japan. Picture this, you're a teenager in Japan during the early 1980s, or in America, and you want to compete in a competition for your favorite arcade game, Space Invaders. It has 10,000 participants, and the year is 1980 to be exact. This is the case for a minimum of 10,000 kids in the USA in the year of 1980 trying to win the Space Invaders tournament. This is considered one of the first esports tournaments ever. Tamahiro, the developer of Space Invaders, drew a lot of inspiration from North American target shooting games like Breakout. Gunfight was also a big game. While in development, Tamahiro was writing down pictures of the Space Invaders sprites in his notebook. He ended up putting these sprites into the arcade cabinets. The winner of the Invaders released on many different consoles, including the arcade, Atari 2600, and Atari 5200 to be most famously.
The US. It also released in many areas of the
world.
He also
like
the first esports winner ever.
And some places
now the legacy of
Space Invaders has already been decided. The Space Invaders legacy will always live forever as helping us revolutionize the arcade and console genre and high score genre of video games and retro video games in general. Now, games like Space Invaders don't come out that often today, and even when they do, they don't make as a revolutionary as it once did. But we can still remember Space Invaders for all the happy moments kids in the 80s and still today gave us, and the revolution of how far we have came from video games and how well that have put us in today. The revolution of the technology and video game genre. Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to work on it, but I also worked hard working on it. So if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, because I will be making more short video game documentary videos. I'll see you guys later and have a good day or night, depending on when you're watching this.